Hey, my name is Nolan and this is Andrew, and we're going to go over a couple of safety precautions for using our equipment in the MakerSpace. This is the Sun Founder Kit. It's where we're basically doing most of the building for the circuits, and it's what we're going to start with in this video.
Alright, so the first thing we're going to be talking about is resistance. It's very important while you're doing this to make sure you've got proper resistance, because if you don't, you can cause such problems as melting the board, starting a fire. We'd really prefer you don't do that in the MakerSpace. Just as an example, here's a little short one I've set up, and as I apply the resistance, we get a light.
Ta-da.
On the front of the boxes that come with all of the kits, they'll have little cheat sheets to help you out with your resistance. These sheets will help you understand a little bit more about how all of the resistors are color-coded. Due to size on the resistors, they're not going to have the numbers. They'll be color-coded by the bands. You'll notice as you play with the resistors that they have different colored bands on them, and they come in two different types. You've got the 4-band codes and the 5-band codes. With all of the kits, we have cheat sheets that will tell you based on what the color is. It will tell you what the resistance is on that particular resistor.
This is a multimeter. This is what you'll be using most of the time when you're creating your circuits. It does voltage, which is your power. Then it goes on into amperage, which is your current. And finally, your ohms, which is the resistance like we talked about earlier. The reason we're talking about the multimeter today is because when you build a circuit, there's a lot of different components, rather that be your resistors, your capacitors, a light, or even a switch. The reason we talked about all this is just because each one of these components have a maximum voltage or a maximum amount of power that can go through them. And if we don't check that with the multimeter, they can catch flames, they can melt the board itself, and that's just not good for us.
One very important thing for us to mention is not to touch the ends of these wires. The oils from your skin can get on there and can mess up the resistance, which can cause problems for you.